Welcome back. Today's Convicted is going to be a little different from previous ones in that it's going to be a confession on my part. But before we get to that, let me start by asking you a question. Are you being absolutely honest with yourself? I'm talking about all things, from your physical fitness to your shooting skills, to your reloading skills, to your load development, to your goals in shooting, and what you desire and what you enjoy about the shooting sports. Because I have found that I've been less than honest with myself over the past few years. You see, I absolutely love F-class shooting. It is my favorite pastime, hobby, and activity. And I might be kind of good at it from time to time. But the problem is, I love the F-class shooting that I learned to shoot back in the 2010 to 2015 range. I love the game that we had back then, peering through the mirage, looking at the spotter, trying to ascertain exactly where it is in the target, waiting for the target to come back up, the timing, the rhythm, the going into sync with your target puller. I loved it. I loved pulling a target. I loved scoring. I loved the entire sport the way it was. Come 2018, 2019, the sport changed, as you are all very much aware. The advent of electronic targets, while a very neat device for individual practice and load development, has changed the game, and in my opinion, not for the better. As a matter of fact, I've been to 3 matches in the past few weeks, and I didn't enjoy any of them, even though I won one of the matches and took second in another. Actually second in both of the others. I didn't enjoy them. And this is a combination of things. The electronic targets have a negative effect on what I feel about the game. I don't like it as much anymore. But there's one additional piece that has changed F-Class as well, and that is for our long-range matches. The F-Class point series, while a wonderful challenge and a great idea, and something that a lot of us desire to go shoot in, it has changed the local matches for the worse. Because of the qualification standards, local match directors tend to turn what used to be a 60-shot day into some kind of a 100-shot marathon. And I don't enjoy those kinds of days. I think it's too hard on the equipment. It's too taxing on the people, and really, it takes the enjoyment out of what we're doing and can only be accomplished on electronic targets. So there's a lot of things not going for that plan. I would be more than happy to engage in 2-day matches to accomplish the same goal, but single-day, 100-shot days, I'm just not enjoying. So what does this mean for me in F-class shooting? Well, the game that I love is still played now down to just one location. That's Phoenix at the Ben Avery range, where they hold Southwest Nationals and where they're going to hold the national championships this year. But I have to make a decision. Do I love that little bit of the game enough to justify doing things that I don't like for the remainder of the year to keep my skills up? And the answer to that is, I don't know yet. I'm starting to explore other options. And as a result, you may see the basic underlying concepts of this channel change a little bit as I explore new games. It might even turn into decent content. One never knows. But the point is, when we start changing a game to make it easier, to make it more inclusive, we take something out of the game. And what we took out of the game is a real negative for the overall sport, in my opinion, and is a slow cancer that will eventually destroy F-class shooting as a competitive sport. It'll still be a fun game that people go out and play for fun, but if you're really truly competitive, I don't know. Does it make any sense? Think on that a little bit. I will do a series on electronic target accuracy coming soon, because that's one of the troubling things, but not the only troubling thing. Losing the integrity of the sport is what really troubles me the most. All right, guys, that's my confession. I used to love F-Class, but I don't necessarily anymore. And honestly, for a truly competitive shooter, I don't know that I can recommend it as a sport. And that absolutely breaks my heart, because I would love to see nothing more than F-class, the F-class that I grew up shooting, so to speak, to grow and become more inclusive and bring more people in and more competitors, and we have bigger and bigger competitions. But that isn't going to happen. And I know it won't. Until next time, really consider whether you're being honest with yourself and what you really love about the shooting sport that you're involved in. And I'll see you in the next video.